every day a chance to break through. Man in the mirror staring back at me. Who I was and who I'm meant to be. Each reflection tells a story untold. A daily journey to refine my soul. The cracks don't define.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Take 2 of the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. As always, I'm your host, Manly Mark. Got Phee Smee here. Intro's a little rushed because we were having a little technical difficulty. My mic wasn't working at first, and who wants to listen to a show whenever they can't hear me?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's happened to me a couple of times. I've done some of my best shows without a mic on.
Allegedly.
That's true.
Allegedly.
Hey, only I know. Manly,
Tell me, what's going on?
rock and rolling, baby.
Rock and rolling, nickel and diamond. If there's a lime,
And you can cut it and put it in your sweet tea.
I'm not a tea drinker.
You're not?
No, I didn't even grow up drinking tea. I didn't even realize there was a sweet tea fad until I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah, my family's always been a coffee family. Never drank tea. I don't like sweet tea, just because. I mean, I might now, but never didn't grow up drinking it. Never. I don't know. Just wasn't part of my world.
Did your uncles and aunts did they drink coffee too? Your mother, your grandmother?
Yeah, everyone coffee.
I mean, everybody drinks coffee all day at your place.
Yeah, I guess so. We've just always been a coffee family. Like tea. What is that?
Okay.
Yeah, yuck.
Well, my father grew up drinking coffee. My mother drinking coffee. My grandmother drinking coffee. My brother drinking coffee. But I promise you, we were a sweet tea family. My grandmother, I think she put more sugar in the sweet tea than she did tea. So it was light. It wasn't a strong tea, but it was very sweet, almost syrupy.
Yeah. And I remember one time in high school, one of the football coaches compelled me to go over to the. They had a little teacher's cart where they had tea and unsweet tea, and he had me go over there and grab the entire pitcher of unsweet tea and start gulping it. Blech. Blech.
Yeah, bitter tea.
Blech.
A lot of people like unsweet.
Yeah, sure
iced
threw
tea.
off a lot of teachers too.
Well, we've got crazy things going on in the world, folks. They say there's peace in the Middle East. We say there's no way that's going to last.
Well, what do you mean? The Prince of Peace secured the peace.
Prince of Peace, I tell you what, they are putting it on President Trump, aren't they?
Well, they know how to stroke that ego.
Well, I tell you what, they've got him being a King Cyrus.
Well, I mean, that's been for a long time. They even minted a coin in Israel with King Cyrus next to Donald Trump, and with the third temple on the back, because a lot of people over there believe that Donald Trump will be instrumental in the rebuilding of the third temple.
And he will be.
Yeah, he will be.
He will be.
But well, if you look up, okay, we don't have to get into it, but it's just like you set yourself up for it. But it's like
I went for it.
There's a very specific person within the Jewish ethos and mythos that is going to build the third temple.
And you never can tell what my Lord's plans are compared to those folks.
No, of course not. Which I think that goes without saying. So it's like, that's not a refutation of what I said.
No.
But it's used to refute, it's all God's plan. But it's like, I've never said that God couldn't use the devil to fulfill his plan. The devil and his followers killed Jesus. Had they known that was the point, they probably would have said, "Ooh, get this guy some pillows. Come on. Oh, don't let him stub his toe. No. Had they known that would bring judgment upon them, I mean, even the demons, when Jesus exorcised a few of them, I can't remember the specific instance or the specific verse, but, they are like, oh no, has our time of judgment come? I mean, not yet, but when they saw Jesus show up, they thought, oh wow, oh man, I guess the day of judgment's coming. They didn't even know what was going on, man.
Well, deception's everywhere.
Deception's everywhere. So much so that you don't even know what the truth is, man.
Well, have you noticed that the Charlie Kirk assassination has kind of taking the back pages now after about 3 weeks of the front pages because of this peace.
Oh yeah, he had because he was the sacrificial lamb that was slew to bring about the peace in the Middle East. He was a sacrifice, man, a blood sacrifice to bring about this peace. Now, I mean, I literally just made that up.
Okay.
I literally just made that up. Haven't seen or heard anything about that. I just made it up. But it sounds kind of a real.
You do realize that when you've got the government shut down, you've got the peace plan for Gaza in the Middle East, you got Russia and Ukraine going after it, and Russia just keeps escalating that war. Now you've got President Trump talking about Tomahawk missiles going into Russia.
I saw that.
And he's unhappy with Russia. So this is going to continue to escalate, and when everybody talks about peace, 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 what does the Bible say?
Sudden destruction.
Sudden destruction will come.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if that's the case, though, at what point are we going to see the Antichrist, leading these peace efforts?
You will see,
or being crowned with the silver David crown. What point are we going to see this guy? Because I mean, doesn't the Antichrist, I could be wrong, have to be in all of these workings? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't he going to be the one who signs the peace deal? Or
he'll be out of the European Union, and he will, after World War III, the Sixth Trumpet War, he will come up. He will take a large stage. People will believe in him. He will get a lot of power. He will come up on a platform of peace. Things will be fantastic.
Like a golden age?
Well, the golden age of America is already
ushered in by Donald J. Trump.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got President Trump doing a whole lot of things prophetic in the world now on all sides. And he's definitely being used and influenced. So there's no question about that.
Some people even claim that he converted to Judaism in his first term.
I heard that in 2017, I believe.
Whether that's true or not, I wouldn't surprise me because, just, hey, which group of people do I join to be the most powerful? I get that. He
is being loved and used by the Jewish government.
100%. He kissed the wall.
Yes, and bottom line is, if that's the case, it's the case. All I know is here, with the civil unrest that we have in our country and what he's doing, he's got good intelligence.
Well, yeah, but I've always said this. Again, I don't think Donald Trump's the Antichrist.
No.
We're not saying Donald Trump's the Antichrist. A lot of weird, odd stuff that go along with that kind of thing with Donald Trump. But it's like, well, just because if Donald Trump was the Antichrist, just because he's got good foreign or good domestic policies and I voted for him, hey, he might be a good politician for America, but that doesn't necessarily equate to worshiping him as God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if Donald Trump was the Antichrist, well, he might do good for America and good for him. But if he stands in that temple and declares himself God, then I'm going to be like,
yeah, if he does that, then Phee Smee is a false prophet.
Well, now don't say that. Don't say that. I would just say Phee Smee interpreted things incorrectly.
No, I would be.
So you would take the label of false prophet over just saying,
If Donald Trump is the Antichrist, then I am wrong, and that would be. I would be out spewing lies.
Oh, don't say that.
So I feel very confident. I don't need the validation of others that Donald Trump.
Well, we're not looking for validation. I'm just worried you're humping a leap of coals on your head in case he is.
No, he's not.
Well, but let me ask you this: if this Gaza peace deal, right? You were saying, you've been saying for months, but it had to have very specific characteristics in your mind to match the biblical peace plan that's coming.
Absolutely.
If this peace plan had those conditions, because we didn't know if it was going to or not, right?
Well, I didn't think it would, and it hasn't so far. But let's just go ahead with your saying if it did.
Well, right. If it did, wouldn't there have to be the Antichrist in the middle of it? You know what I'm saying? Or because, the Antichrist isn't going to be someone who doesn't make the peace plan or the 7-year covenant. So I'm just saying we're seeing now, I'm fairly certain that it's not that 7-year covenant.
It's not.
I'm just simply saying if it was, where's the Antichrist? Is it Macron? Is it Erdogan from Turkey? Is it some unnamed, unheard of guy that's just going to literally come on the scene? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering because, okay, well, if it did include giving away pieces of the West Bank, well, which one of those guys who's in it are the Antichrist?
You'll find that out for certain. I, of course, don't play in that sandbox, but
does that make sense?
Because of my research, I think that the Antichrist will come out of Turkey. He certainly is going to come out of the European Union.
Which I don't even know why Turkey is part of the European Union.
They're
not European.
Remember, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Turkey.
They're not European.
Iran, Syria, Turkey. Iraq, Iran, Syria, Turkey. That is where the Sixth Trumpet War will come out of, World War III. And if it does come out of there, then you have a strong possibility that the Antichrist, which is alive now, which is in government now, he's not a baby. And this isn't happening 70 years from now. So he's alive. He's in politics right now.
And let me ask you this. Do you think we won't know who it is until he stands in the temple? Or do you think prior to that we're going to be thinking, oh, this might be the guy?
I think you're going to be there'll be several folks that will make those predictions early on. Like, I mean, they say now, Barron Trump's the Antichrist, Elon Musk the Antichrist, Putin's the Antichrist, Trump's the Antichrist, Macron's the Antichrist.
Phee Smee might be the Antichrist.
Phee Smee's not the Antichrist. But I'm not in the European Union. I'm not coming out of the 10 horns.
Well, but does that refer to just coming out as of living in one of those places or coming out of just being descended from?
A lineage of and there too. So a lot of people have predicted that the Antichrist will be Syrian because Syrians have basically moved all over Europe and have immigrated over there, and that he'll have some lineage there. I'm not so certain. People say Macron because of France. People say Tony Blair because of his new supposed
digital
role
ID
in Gaza.
Oh, okay, well,
and the UK ID.
Which that's all part of the Agenda 2030. I've been talking about it for a while.
You've been talking about it on air since we've been on air, but you've been talking about it 10 years before you went on air.
Well, yeah, man. You'll own nothing and be happy.
That's right. Just go look at the United Nations 2030 goals. That's all you have to do. They just they spell them out pretty quick.
Well, they just copied and pasted from the Revelations. Okay. So we need some goals for our sustainable 2030 agenda. Hey, let's go to Revelation and get all the stuff everyone's scared about.
Let's go to Revelation.
And that's a good idea.
Absolutely. I'm fixing to pull it up for you, and it's scary.
Well, and it'll somehow incorporate the social credit system that's in China currently.
They will definitely do that.
Which I hope that doesn't mean that China's going to win and be
China
the ones
will
to
be
implement
gone,
it.
Pretty quick. But anyway, Agenda 2030, one world government, one world cashless currency.
Can't wait.
One world central bank, one world military, end of national sovereignty, end of privately owned property, end of the family unit, mandatory vaccines, universal basic income. There's your favorite one. Mm-hmm. Microchip tracking for all. Mm-hmm. World social credit system.
We're going to be really low on that, man.
Thousands of 5G towers.
Mm-hmm.
End of private transportation.
Mm-hmm.
End of private farming. Business owned by government. Travel restrictions. Restricted land use. That is the Agenda 2030 of the United Nations right there. So they write it down and they speak of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many of the United States of American citizens want that? Because after World War III, the rest of the world's going to sign up.
Probably not a lot, but we've already given our consent for it.
Well, you're the only country standing in the way of it.
Yeah, and half of us are going to be begging for it. Well, and after World War III, probably more than half are going to be begging for it.
And there comes another problem in the future that you're absolutely correct on, which is division inside your own country, sponsored, paid for, and to cause chaos and civil unrest.
Well, and I would even take it so far as to say that they're going to set the stage to make people think Jesus is about to return. They're going to check all these boxes on a list. Okay, we got the third temple. We did this. We did this. And then when Jesus doesn't show up, all these people are going to be so sick of it that it's in Albert Pike's famous letter about the first, World War I, World War II, World War III. I mean, whether it's authentic or not, it's been around for a while, and the ideas in it persist even today. But that at the end of World War III, people will be so spiritually, morally, physically exhausted that they'll be able to roll out the true doctrines of Lucifer, and people will embrace them with open arms. They'll be begging for something different.
I totally agree that there's your deception right there.
Well, because even with the third temple, I mean, I think there's going to be a physical third temple, but I mean, you have a lot of people who say there's no need for a third temple because we are the temple of God.
Well, there will be a third temple, and
there's going to be one, but whether or not it actually plays in these things,
will stand in it.
Yeah, but whether or not that's how it's supposed to be or that's part of the deception, in my mind, is yet to be seen. Because if it turns out the interpretation is there doesn't actually need to be a physical third temple for any reason, because what's going to be going? Do you think real worship of the real God is going to be taking place in this third temple?
Not for me to say. If I had to guess, I'd say no, but bottom line is that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
The third temple will be built. The construction sites are up. The red heifer has already practiced it, and there's miracles going on in Jerusalem. You've got the Jews now up on that Temple Mount for the first time since 1967 praying. Mm-hmm. They're going to build that temple, and they're supposed to break ground on it in January. We will see if that happens.
Now, that'd be interesting. But again, what good is that third temple to God?
The third temple to God is nothing more than what's in Revelations when the Antichrist stands in that third temple.
Sure.
Now, the church didn't replace the Jews. There's a remnant of Jews that will be saved, that are good, strong Jewish people that love God. The rest of them are it's a transgender epic center of the
but that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, why are we going to think it's good? And I say we
Christians will think it's a blasphemy.
Well, I hope, because it is. But I think you're going to have a subset of these people who think it's like a good thing, like, oh yes, they're worshiping the same God we worship. You're sacrificing animals to God who
I know
came as Jesus, and
sounds real strange for the Christians that have accepted Jesus Christ when the Jews rejected him. It will definitely have a big divide there in America. And we've already got problems with civil unrest.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got problems with folks that are paid and organized in our country to cause chaos.
I just wish we could get some of that payment.
Well,
maybe we have received that payment, and that's why we're talking to you folks.
Well, or maybe our payment's not in currency.
Well, yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, if they want to pay me and Phee to spread lies, just contact Phee at feesme.com. Send us, we'll send you an invoice. No, but you just get all these people who actually make money to be pro this or pro that or anti this, anti that.
Isn't it amazing what influencers now are actually called? They say, this guy's an influencer. He influences you on products and society. And so we're going to pay him to influence you. And then the people are still influenced by him.
Yeah, Israel's paying influencers up to $7,000 per post of pro-Israel content.
$7,000 a post.
Mm-hmm. I literally looked into how to apply for that. I just, you got to have a big following. Or Donald Trump just, signed a bill or signed something specifically giving money to these organizations who push pro-Israel content onto the youth. Because, as you know, the world image of Israel's tanked. Even Donald Trump said to Netanyahu, "The world doesn't like y'all very much right now, but I'm gonna change that." Thank you, Donald Trump. If it actually works, there's such a foothold on the minds of the youth now against Israel. I don't know what they could possibly, like, even now in my own feeds, I see informational Jewish videos about, oh, this Jewish holiday or that, targeted at Gen Z. But in my mind, I'm thinking, what's this? How's this going to help people say, oh yeah, we like them now? I don't care about their holiday. That has nothing to do with me.
Well, there's about 3 generations now that are believing this replacement theory from the Christians to the Jews. So you have that whole area.
I think I don't believe in the replacement theory, but I think that's a whole lot more believable than claiming there's some sort of significance to them still being God's chosen people outside of them just being saved. I mean, the whole point was you're going to bless the world through Jesus. I mean, that's the whole point. Again, I take the middle ground. It's not wholly, it's not completely replacement theory. It's not completely, well, they're still God's chosen people for the last 2,000 years, even though they are in continual rejection of Christ. I think there's a middle ground. I think it's all of those in Christ, Jew and non-Jew, are the people of God. I think it's that simple.
Children of God.
I think it's that simple. And there are promises that a remnant of Israel in the end will be saved. And that Christ will come and reign in Jerusalem. I mean, it's that simple. To me, anyways. To me, everything else is just noise and propaganda. To get your vote, to get your money, to get your ambiguous moral support for this thing that you're not actually have anything to do with.
Or that you don't know anything about.
Or you don't know anything about it. It's like,
or that what you know is a deception.
Yeah, oh yeah.
For years and years and years. I just don't understand. I was just wrong. I thought that if you committed a crime and you didn't tell anybody, you had an 87% chance of getting away with it. If you told one person, it dropped to 7 to 9%. And now you've got a organization, societies of thousands or hundreds of people that are very powerful that from a conspiracy or a racketeering standpoint seem to always get away with it.
Well, it's all about the noise. They know how to make enough noise to make their noise either just fade away in the background of the sea of noise or just...
I don't know if you are aware, Mark, of the amount of different frequencies that are out there.
Mm-hmm. You got healing. You got, in fact, the American Music Association, whatever that is, organization. I just made that organization up. But the music that was recorded in America was specifically recorded at a certain frequency. And it was a frequency that promotes good, happy feelings. And, like, you can even, like, do the frequency in water, and it makes, like, beautiful geometrical patterns and shape. Well, then they changed it in like the 50s, 60s, whatever. And now it's more inclined to bleed into your subliminal mind. Or you play that frequency in water and it's choppy and ugly. And it's like they've already changed the frequency of our music, for that specific reason. But even frequencies in terms of like, I'm in a good, happy, joyous mood. I'm emitting a higher frequency, as opposed to I'm black-pilled, I'm just low. I mean, not only are the interdimensional aliens using interdimensional demons / aliens using, they can control their frequency to come in and out of our realm, but it goes as far as like spiritual implications, like all of these church bells all around the world. You hit them, they dong. They claim that they had good. The frequency is good for people. Well,
you ever heard the song "Good Vibrations"?
Good vibrations. I'm talking about good vibrations. You're talking about good vibrations.
People have no idea what vibrations do in science.
Don't you like that part of that song where they go?
Love this song.
Beach Boys was my original favorite band. But yes, my first CD I ever got was the Beach Boys' Greatest Hits for Christmas.
So you are familiar with what vibrations will do to the human body and also frequencies?
Yes. Oh, that's very, very... I mean, it seems silly and sounds hokey-pokey, but I mean, it's just as simple as, hey, listen to this tone for 10 minutes and tell you how you feel. Listen to this other tone for 10 minutes, how you feel. I mean, it's that simple.
I like all kinds of music. I'm not the kind of guy that could tell you who the drummer is or the lead singer, the name of the song, but I like certain songs and I like different types of music. One of the things I've never enjoyed was the heavy metal banging where I don't
yeah.
understand the music, the words,
Yeah.
and it just gives me a headache.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of that either.
Those vibrations are certainly not in the happy zone.
Well, or even like all of this rap music, it's literally designed to
I'm a rapper.
to your own detriment, because it's entire rap culture is degenerate, satanic, and the whole point of it is it's tuned to a certain frequency that puts in your brain the drugs, the sex, the violence. All that music does is reinforce these negative things in people's minds.
They certainly, rappers certainly had a propaganda message for their time period.
And look who owns all the music labels, and look who owns all the rappers.
A lot of Jewish ownership in the music and the Hollywood business is what you're trying to say. I understand.
Or even get into Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson started calling it out, and then he got all these accusations about
pedophile.
I mean, there's that song. I can't remember.
Is he still alive, by the way?
No, his Jewish doctor administered too much sleeping or
he's
drugs.
Got a sister now coming out that says he's still alive. So I just thought.
Well,
all these folks are supposed to have been dead. They got Elvis still living.
Pastor, what's his name? Joyce Hope. Yeah, I've seen and heard the guy. He sounds just like Elvis. He kind of looks like Elvis. He's probably not Elvis. But
probably not?
No, probably not. I mean, at this point, nothing would surprise me. I mean, but he's too young to be Elvis. But
sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
What's that not Elton John. What's that Michael Jackson song? They censored him, and then he went ahead and redid it, but it's like, kill me, deal me, Jew me, sue me, like he had in the line. Like he had
not one of the ones I'm familiar with, like beat it, beat it.
Well, I mean, it actually is one of his most popular ones.
Oh, well, I wasn't listening to the words, was
But I mean, he got in trouble because he included a line, Jew me, sue me, back when I don't know, Michael Jackson. But look at the guy's clothing. Look at the way he dressed, real militaristic.
Yes.
Right, the little red armband on his arm.
Yes, you see again meant nothing to Phee, meant everything to Manly.
Which let me just say this: I'm not inherently anti-Israel. I'm not inherently anti-Jew. I'm pro-truth and I'm anti-deception. I mean, I'm not sitting up here saying everyone who happens to be an ethnic Jew or a religious Jew is inherently a bad and evil person and worships the devil. No, that's just ridiculous. But the atheistic handlers of the world have a lot of last names: Soros, Shapiro. I mean, just. Once you start noticing the names, or you start noticing the early life sections,
maybe that's gives you a certain bias, or just because the last name is Jewish, maybe you think negatively about them in that situation.
No, not necessarily.
You are familiar, very familiar, and you bring that up about the Jewish names.
Well, I mean,
a lot.
I do specifically in regards to, like, look at all these Hollywood actors like. Scarlett Johansson, Jonah Hill. You would be surprised how the percentage of Hollywood actors whose last names aren't actually what their last names are.
And even when I was a kid, a lot of folks would talk about, well, he changed his name
to
certain. So
yeah,
and a lot of wrestlers would change their name.
Well, if you're a wrestler, that makes sense.
You had an athlete change his name to Ocho Cinco.
Well, that's fine.
But what you're saying is they, when they get to Hollywood, they change their last name to where it sounds more American than it does Jewish. Mm-hmm. Because I know the Jonas and the Scarlett, and there's several more, by the way. The Ben, he was in. Ben Stiller, and his mother and father were on the Dick Van Dyke Show. So you've got several different Hollywood actors and actresses that have changed their name. John Wayne changed his name. Marilyn Monroe changed her name. So I don't know if it all has to do with Jewish, but there's certainly a certain majority of them, or a certain percentage of them.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She changed her name to sound more Jewish.
Jiminy Cricket.
I'm serious. She changed her name to sound more Jewish.
Well, there is a lot of Goldbergs when it comes to the production and the editing of TV shows in Hollywood. now that you say that. But I didn't even think of Whoopi Goldberg with the dreads being a black girl.
I'm not saying she's Jewish. I'm just saying
she's not.
She just changed her name.
So why? Why would you? Well, she was really good in The Color Purple. If you've never seen that movie, phenomenal movie with Dan Glover and Whoopi Goldberg.
Never seen it.
Fantastic movie. Really, from a society standpoint of how the blacks were treated and how especially black women were treated back in the southern states back in the day. So,
but propaganda, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure it is. But it was. She got tired of Dan Glover, Danny Glover. You know, he played in the Lethal Weapon. If you haven't seen, you haven't seen Lethal Weapon either. You're not a big movie kind of guy.
No, I mean I never have been, but now
you've never seen Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon.
I like Mel Gibson.
Well, have you watched his movies?
No. I mean, I've seen the one.
I like Mel Gibson because I saw him on Joe Rogan. It's different than I like Mel Gibson.
Well, I like Mel Gibson because he is an outspoken Christian, and because the Patriot's a cool movie. I've seen that, and that one where he's William Wallace is a good movie too. What's that movie called where he's this? He's wearing the skirt and he has long hair and he paints his face blue. You know what I'm talking about? And he yells, "Freedom!"
It's the Viking movie, or
no, not Viking, but Norwegian. It's English and
or whatever it is. But they're
Scottish.
fighting from the 1500s or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's a good movie.
What is the name of it? I can't think of the name of it, but I can see it like it was yesterday with his blue face and that.
Yeah, for some reason I can't remember the name either.
Anyway, I'll think of it here in a minute. But what do you think's going on now over with Zelensky coming to the White House Friday?
Zelensky? Coming over, tell me about. I'm just joking. Tell me. I have no idea.
President Trump says he's very unhappy with Russia. He's sending the Tomahawks over. Zelensky's coming over to the White House this Friday. They're going to talk about air support, and they're going to be discussing.
What do you think changed all of a sudden to make Trump shift so radically from being anti-Zelensky to pro-Zelensky all of a sudden?
I think Putin either lied to him or the European Union put pressure on him to get on that side and get more involved. I don't know. I do know that war is going to continue to escalate and it's going to come into one war, or it'll go away and Trump will be even a bigger savior before all of this hits the fan. Mm-hmm. So you remember, he's liable to be successful and go ahead and see peace around the world, and then when it's there, boom, it'll blow up. But it's coming, I promise you.
But why would it blow up?
Because they don't all have the same intentions. There are different sides, and nobody knows who's playing who.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the answer I was looking for, but that's good for you.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, the implication being I wanted you to say, sudden destruction, tying again Donald Trump's peace efforts to
sudden destruction.
Sudden destruction. Again, I don't think Donald Trump's the Antichrist.
1 Thessalonians 5:3 will tell you that when they say peace and security, that sudden destruction will come. Matthew 24, when my Lord says that when they start talking about, and that Antichrist comes in and stands in that temple, that the folks in Judea, which is the West Bank, should head to the mountains.
Doesn't that stuff with the Antichrist, like the 7-year peace plan, happen before that? Because obviously when he stands in the middle of the temple and says...
He's 3.5 years in.
Yeah.
So you're going to know when they sign that peace plan that gives the 5 biblical characteristics of it. Okay, you're going to know you've got 7 years left. You ain't got 8, you ain't got 10, you ain't got 12, you got 7. 3.5 of those years are going to be real good for people after this war.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see some real sense of peace. They're going to sign up for this. And the United States is not. I do believe the United States plans on having their own system. I believe they plan on having their own digital currency.
Oh, yeah, they've been talking about that. Well, Donald Trump kind of poo-pooed on that when he got elected the second time. But they...
Well, he's certainly got some incentive there with the cryptocurrency market.
Well, they say Barron Trump made like I'm just making this up, like $30 million recently off crypto.
Well, they say he's worth over $100 million now because of crypto.
Well, and they're trying to say he was being shady, like he put in his, I don't know anything about stocks or trading, but when you're betting against the stock,
Shorted.
He shorted it 30 minutes before Donald Trump announced all his tariffs. And it's like, people are saying, he knew.
That's, that would be called insider trading.
Well, but at the same time, I'd be doing it if I had,
Well, trust me, insider trading is
well, it's what every politician does.
Absolutely. You've talked to even Arkansas politicians about it.
Mr. Bozeman, I'm thinking about you.
So, and I'm a big fan of yours, Senator Bozeman. So
You're a fan of criminal activity?
You just keep on making that money from, what is it, Raytheon?
Raytheon or
Raytheon.
it's just...
No, I'm just messing with Manly Mark because we need to have some type of support here locally.
Well, I don't want the support of criminals.
You don't want the support of anybody, but they're all criminals.
I just hate it.
You don't get into politics because you are a civil servant that wants to help people. You get into politics
because you're a pervert and degenerate, and because you want to steal money from the hard-working American people. That's why you get into politics. But if I do it, it'll be different, guys. If I get into politics, it'll be different. Granted, all these shows I've been doing can pretty well guarantee that I'll never see politics.
See Manly Mark in politics. I mean, he wouldn't last 15 minutes with those corrupt folks. As honest as he is, he would not last in the room 15 minutes.
Well, I just love my brothers, my sisters. We come here today to discuss a plague. They in our streets, they in our homes. And, I haven't written the rest, but.
Sounds really, really good. I would continue working on it. I would continue working on it phenomenally. That is great. Well, talk to me about the civil unrest now. Do you not believe what Phee was telling them 2.5 years ago is right in the middle of going on?
It's going on, folks. People getting shot, people getting stabbed, people getting stomped on. It's just Phee called it.
When you say that people, when they turn on the news now and they see a weapon plant just blow up for no reason in Tennessee and just evaporate folks, that they don't think anything about it?
No, because we've been desensitized. It's like, I don't think twice when I see anyone getting vaporized.
Isn't that what they're doing now to you?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're doing to you?
Yeah.
They are showing violence now more than they've ever done it before, yet we get censored.
Yeah. Yeah, now we ain't got no violence.
Oh.
Oh, censor that, YouTube.
I tell you, it's sad, but that hurt.
Did it really?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that was like 20% power. I got a good flick, honestly.
Again, folks, only he would know the power of his flick.
Just saying, you went to... Yeah!
Did you ever flip people the bird when you were growing up?
No.
You never were a demonstrative with that?
No,
Would your mother or father got upset with you?
Yeah, we didn't curse. We didn't know.
That was bad?
No, I'm real bad. Yeah. I still don't curse around my family.
I don't think you curse very often at all. Anyway,
no, not.
You've got a very, very a good mouth as far as not cursing. Sometimes you do get a little off kilter though with your conspiracy theories. Hey, by the way, I saw the other day. I thought about you. I was proud to that you had told me this. The moon landing with that atmosphere had no stars being shown, and all of the wind blowing in one direction, which, by the way, the moon doesn't have any wind, and all of the dadgum shadows were going in the same direction.
Yeah, well, and it's just like, watch the...
And they had President Nixon talking to the moon folks on a landline.
In his office, hello, and it's like, come on. Even like, watch the lunar module leaving the supposedly remote-controlled, radio-controlled camera perfectly pans up with the lunar module leaving. Come on. It's like, come on. That lunar module, first off, just looks like a raggedy bunch of rubbish. But not only that, it's just like, you don't see the flames, you just see little sparks. And then, like if it was it was made in a Hollywood studio, but, those little sly whistles that, literally, just, and then it's somehow perfectly in orbit, connected to the other rocket, and they came home. But if you ask the NASA astronauts now, they accidentally lost all that technology and it was destroyed.
It was destroyed. All of it's gone, been lost, deleted.
But now all you see are movies about African American women and their contribution to writing the code. And it's like, yeah, a convenient rewrite of history.
Okay, my point to you with all of that knuckleheadedness is that I actually was in the hallway of Richland Elementary School in 1969 and watched that on a black and white television, and I'm just wondering, that is the biggest deception. If you ask, let's just say 1,000 people, was the moon landing real? How many of them would say yes?
Oh, well, I saw it on TV.
998 of, I mean, would you have two?
Well, I watched Star Trek on TV, man, and Star Trek had better graphics than the moon landing.
Okay, do you think that they've actually gone to the moon since then?
I don't know. See, I don't actually have a concrete opinion. I think what they showed us was fake, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't go to the moon or that we haven't been there since. I don't know. Because on one hand, I think, no, you can't even leave the atmosphere for whatever reasons. But then on the other hand, maybe they went, found something they didn't want to talk about, came home. So I go either way, depending on the day, but I do believe what we saw on that television and what we see in the footage, a lot of the footage is lost now also, but just fake. You can even look at, find the Soviet moon landings and satellite launches and probes. They look even more low budget. Like, I'm serious, like, super low budget. But just passed off as belief. Or even here recently, India landed something on the moon, and they had a video of it happening. It would just look like a video game. But they're all, yeah, woo! And it's just like, they get hyped up in the don't know what to call it, but it's just like, yeah, everyone believed that fake thing they were seeing was real because they wanted it to be real. You know what I'm saying? Everyone was telling them it's real, and so it was real. It was real, but it wasn't really. It wasn't really. I mean, it kind of gets into new agey bullcrap that I don't necessarily believe in, but if enough people believe a certain lie, that lie is literally real.
A reality.
It actually affects reality.
Well, that's the stock market. It deals in perception and.
Now, that's not to say if everyone on Earth sat there and thought about a chicken nugget on Donald Trump's desk that a chicken nugget would manifest itself. But
somebody
who knows?
Somebody could have went to McDonald's earlier and just had an intuition that he needed a chicken nugget on his desk. And
I was even reading about Mozart over the weekend and talked about how and this goes into a lot of people that are high-level businessmen, high-level inventors, high-level scientists, that he would almost, and he apparently talked about it more the older he got, but I'm trying to remember specifically what he said, but essentially that he would almost have like just a flash, a white blinding light in which he would see a piece in its entirety, know every single note, every single accompanying instrument, every single tonal shift, every single this, and that it wasn't that he sat and thought meticulously about it. It was that it just, there it is.
It was a burst.
It was a burst. And he talked about, how no one knows how hard he worked to translate those bursts of just intuition. It's not words, not sound, it's not,
vibrations.
Into pen and paper. That's where his genius was. Of course, he was a master piano, all this stuff, but the genius came in the form of receiving a signal and putting it to pen and paper. Sounds crazy, but you look at all these different inventions and how many people at the same time had the exact same idea but just didn't do anything with it. Or a lot of these founders of these super giant tech companies, the idea came to them in a dream. Or, they almost went into a trance, and it just, sounds crazy, sounds hokey pokey.
Doesn't sound encouraging to me having a vision.
Well, there you are. I mean, that's.
I mean, see, when you start telling people that you were carried off in the Spirit and had a vision, people think that is very, very.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
I want some mushrooms too, Phee. Give me those mushrooms
Right.
you're taking.
Get off
Come
that
on,
bong.
come on.
Yeah.
Get off that bong.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
So I understand that that's strange. Mm-hmm. But phenomenons are everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's almost like, and even I told you before, Michael Jackson, when he had an idea for a song, he stopped what he's doing immediately and wrote it down.
Because he was scared Prince also had.
Well, he was scared that if he didn't use it, the universe would give it to Prince.
Yeah. See, again, what's Phee know? Because he'd have never even thought about that kind of stuff before Manly Mark showed up a year ago.
It sounds hokey
Manly
pokey.
just turned 30, folks, and I have to tell you that I've known Manly for about a year. It's been a blessing to me, but the Lord sent Manly to me because he gives me the opportunity to think about things. He is very versed in things that I knew nothing about. So even when he's wrong,
Happens often.
It still helps me to prepare for things I wouldn't think about.
Sure.
And so that's I really, really enjoy all of your takes.
I just hope
you don't do a take as if I'm right, or you do a take as this is a possibility.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just. I mean, I don't know. It just seems more honest. Because if I don't actually know if we went to the moon or not. I don't actually know if it was fake. But sure, a lot of things that make me think otherwise. But I wasn't there. I don't know.
But 82% of the general public will just accept what they believe based on the evidence, visually or being able to hear it. Mm-hmm. Or so you're not. You when you look at something, you immediately start trying to find the cracks in it.
Yeah, or find the correlations between other things. Well, of course, I could just be a demon sent from the devil to throw you off your path.
That's incorrect.
I hope not.
And I don't speak stuff like that.
No, knock on some
even
wood.
just be joking. That's not something to be speaking.
No, but I mean,
of.
those aren't my intentions internally. But if that was just the case, and I'm an unwilling pawn of some force,
No, you have the ability to manifest godly thoughts, just like you do, to be influenced by the prince of this world and Satan. So, God gives you that choice and that free will.
He does. He does.
So, those are things that we will continue to try to move forward to, and have a real love affair with our Lord in the future.
Amen.
Because we're fixing to go through some real difficult times, and the greatest evangelistic movement in the history of the world is fixing to come, because death and destruction tends to bring people back to God.
Yeah, but where do you think that revival is going to start? Where's it going to come from?
The young people in America.
You think Charlie Kirk getting killed was the start?
I think that's a possibility, but I also think that young people change the world. Your age group changes the world. Old people control the world.
Well, I know, and that's why whenever your age group ages out and is gone, it's about 85% of support for other countries come from your generation, who were beat over the head with
but this generation
Schofield
will
indoctrination.
not pass before my
which
Lord comes
generation?
back.
Which generation?
The one that is
Your generation, my generation,
the
or
third temple generation, when that rascal's built.
so? But whenever say they start building it tomorrow, does that mean your generation or the young generation?
That means the folks that are alive today, that generation that's alive today, will see the second coming of
I
Jesus
tell you, if they
Christ.
start trying to build that temple and fireballs start coming out of the sky, that'll be interesting. I told you about that. How they in the 100, 200, 300 ADs, some guys like, oh yeah, let's just build the temple. Earthquakes, fireballs, they just crazy things started happening. He's like, no, let's just stop this.
Did you see how many earthquakes that hit in the world this weekend?
No.
From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Nope.
Unbelievable the amount of earthquakes everywhere. Now you've got these earthquakes causing tropical storms in the Atlantic, tsunami warnings in Japan and Hawaii in the Pacific.
Really? Hadn't seen hide nor hair.
Now 8.2, 7.8, 6.2, just boom, 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 all over. I mean, crazy.
Earthquakes coming from various places.
And you need to check and see what's going on in Turkey. I mean, you've got some crazy things. I mean, just big old huge craters full of fire,
Huh.
wildfires.
Interesting.
Just going across the country.
My
Turkey.
only thing I care about turkey for is
Thanksgiving.
oh, I like I do prefer turkey over ham, but I am ready for the Christian men to retake Constantinople
Why?
because it shouldn't be Istanbul. It should be Constantinople.
Istanbul and Constantinople.
Yeah, Constantinople.
I can't say Constantinople.
I might be saying it wrong. Constantinople or Constantinople. There's a song you probably don't know. It's from the 40s, 50s. Istanbul, it was once Constantinople. Istanbul was once Constantinople. Istanbul.
Not Constantinople.
I mean, it's very good. You'd actually like that song.
Istanbul once was Constantinople.
I mean, it's actually really, really jivey. But yeah. Well, I mean,
Never heard of it.
well,
Probably one of your satanic worshiping musicians.
No,
that did it back
no,
in the
no,
1920s.
no.
Glenn Miller.
whoa! Glenn Miller, he's a. Let me look.
Hey, what about Lawrence Welk?
I think he'd probably be all right. Welk.
Okay.
Welk sounds all right. Miller, I'm going to look into his early life section. But, man, Glenn Miller, I tell you, he is the king of big band.
Big band. Glenn Miller, man.
I love that big band jazz, all that. Judy Garland, K-Star. I mean, Glenn Miller, even Frank Sinatra, but everyone knows him. I just love that music. Absolutely. Love it.
Well, that
like when I listen to it, I'm almost literally there. And some just, I don't know. I've been to where was I at? Just in a small, I was like in the military, in just some little cramped office with a little one lamp light bulb and a little jukebox in the background, just playing that music. And sipping my cup of coffee. I've been there, man. I've been there. Blood memory, man. I mean, not really, but sometimes, you just go places in your mind when you hear music like that, and you're just there. You're just literally transported.
And I enjoyed the music.
Yeah.
What did you think about Zach Brown's country release of his anti-ice?
Zach Brown or Zach Bryan? Zach Bryan. Yeah, Zach Bryan.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't hear it. I don't need to hear it just because I already read about it. But he's just an idiot. I mean, I like his music, but he wrote the song, right? And now he's coming out and saying, "Oh, I didn't mean to be political. I was just blah, blah, blah." It's like,
yes, you did.
Read the room, man. Read the room.
I had someone send me the
You're a country music star. A majority of your base is probably Southerners who like Trump, and now you're bashing him.
Well, this individual said that this is the first time that she's heard or seen anybody from that genre, the country music, come out that strong against anti-American.
Oh, you get him.
And
never.
I said, well, it's Cracker Barrel. It's not going to work. Because she said it's not going to work.
No.
And that's what you said. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
But they're steady pushing that envelope. And now he's going to act like that wasn't what he was really trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think it's going to hurt him?
I
Or do you think it'll just move right on?
I don't know, because now we're in the age where people really do just jump on boycotts over nothing. So I don't know, because he does have good music. He does got good songs. He's a good singer.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy his music.
I don't think I've heard that much of him.
I mean, I can't name any songs.
Zach Bryan, Bad News 2, full unreleased song, anti-ice anthem. And now he's saying that that wasn't his intention.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, yeah. Saying, oh, I didn't mean to, I'm just trying to write about being scared or something. I don't know. Idiot, which I just don't really, I mean, I know about that by virtue of reading about it, but I don't really keep up with that crap just because the arbiters of the bread and circus aren't my concern, if that makes sense.
What is your concern? Since you, because I would tell you that is a main cog in your thinking, is trying to figure out the underneath or the undercurrent of what the surface level people are steady doing.
Yeah, but to me that's still too surface level.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I'm not surprised some country guy came out and made a fool of himself bashing ice. That to me that's like, well, that's obvious. I expect something like that. But Who's paying him? Who actually wrote the song? Who owns his record label? It's kind of like the Dixie Chicks taking off Dixie, because if it's, or maybe it wasn't the Dixie Chicks, Lady Antebellum, changed their name because Lady A. They're now Lady A because, well, the antebellum period was a time of slavery, and it's like, what's the last name of the person paying you to do that? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. But
you don't think it's like Cracker Barrel? They push the envelope, and then if it doesn't work, he goes and apologizes and says that wasn't my intent, and they move on.
Oh, probably. But again.
But if it would have really taken off and been the number one hit, that would have been the reason.
Oh, yeah, he would have said, "Yeah, I'm coming out against this stuff," and
yes.
yeah. No, I'm not talking like it scared him. The MAGA's pushback to that song.
The flop and the flipping and the flopping and the flowing and the fleeing is what he's doing now.
Yeah. I just don't like all that flopping and flipping personally. I flop and flip all the time. That's me, I guess. But
well, no, I don't think you flip and flop. I think you look at all different options and then make your determination by funneling down the ones and ciphering through.
Oh yeah, but it could be equated to a form of paralysis in the sense of, like for example, hey, I got this task to do that's only going to take 10 minutes, but I'm going to take 3 hours reading about and preparing to do this task instead of just doing, hey, task needs done. Okay, let me do the task.
So are you the guy who reads the directions before he puts them together?
Oh, no.
I'll puts them together and then messes it up?
I'll put them together until I get stumped, and then I'll go to the directions. I was more so thinking like, I don't know.
Don't you think that's a man deal?
Probably.
I just think women pretty much just get the instructions out, put it together right the first time, and men are like, I can put it together without instructions. This is easy. And then all of a sudden, 3 hours later, they're looking at the instructions.
It happens. Well, I don't know. It doesn't inherently feel prideful because, it's not that I think, I don't need those foolish instructions. It's just, I can see what this is going to look like when I'm done. And, would appear to be like pretty simple if you just, that no ego. I guess with some folks it's ego attached, just like a lot of folks have ego attached to their coffee cups.
Like you.
Well, no, mine is a lack of ego.
Oh.
Lack of ego.
I had somebody tell me the other day how they didn't like your coffee cups.
Who?
I don't know. Was it
one of your kids?
No. It wasn't any of my children, but they said that your orange coffee cup looked gay. Your green coffee cup was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, the green coffee cup's my favorite, but I can't bring it here because then it's like, hey, watch Mainly drink out of an invisible newsroom coffee cup.
Could be
it blends into the green screen.
You could pour it out and they would just think it was used.
Well, yeah, but I just got the orange one because it contrasts. Who would say such a thing about my Fire King coffee cups? They have no idea.
I think the Fire King name itself is kind of
well, because it's ovenware. You can bake with that kind of material.
You can take that coffee cup and you can put it in the oven with some soup in it, and no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, because it's good material. Now that's just made out of porcelain or ceramic, and it's just like, try putting that in the oven, see what's going to happen. I have had a coffee cup, Fire King coffee cup, that I do have at my house, that I put a cup of coffee on the top of my truck, got to, driving. My bad. Got to driving down the road, turned out of my driveway, fell off, didn't break. I could flick that cup to death. I could break that with one flick. Okay, maybe I don't know. You don't have to test me.
Oh.
I would try, but it's gonna feel good if it breaks. But if it doesn't,
all he would do is break his dadgum.
Well, you know what? Let me see that thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the first on the Phee Smee show with Manly Mark. Manly Mark's going to show his tremendous, powerful flicking ability by breaking Fee's world's greatest grandmother cup.
It's not going to break because, my flick's not that strong. But
here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that hurt his finger.
Oh!
He is right now withering in pain.
No, the most painful, because it would. Oh, no, the first one's the most painful. But for me, when I stub my toe, I immediately tell myself the most amount of pain I'm going to feel is right this second, and then it teeters off. So right now they hurt, but the most amount of pain that I felt was directly after it, and now it's already subsiding.
Don't you think that that's a lot of people's internal resistance to pain?
Probably. I just like,
Immediately, okay, I'm hurt now. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it through it.
Oh, maybe.
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's I'm good. I just got a broke leg. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. It's never happened. But I just, if I stub my toe pretty good, it's always like a, yow! And then I'm like, okay, that's the most painful part. Now it's just teetering off. And I'm good. So I don't know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're good, I hope, at home, paying attention to the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. Phee will be back tonight with Night with Phee at 9 p.m. And Manly will be back this week with his Midday Madness with Manly Mark. And I can assure you this, as news continues to come in, Manly will continue to cipher through it and figure out what's true and what's false.
I'll try. I'm just mostly here for a good time. I like chit-chatting. I like talking.
There you go. God bless you guys. We'll see.